What's going on, Warriors? Carlos right here from the ARK again. Today we're going live on two videos. We're going live on Facebook. We're going live on YouTube. Haven't done that in YouTube in a long time. The reason is because this morning, around I wake up around 4:35, and then I drink the coffee. I do the post. I create the post, and I go to do exercise, work biceps, and then 2 miles. Then I come home, have breakfast, take a shower, and make a video. I'm sorry, help people through Zoom, and they make a video. Help people through the process of the arc. Okay, there are some steps. So that's what we do. We help men and women, but our ideal is to help men to go through the process of understanding themselves in their heart, understanding what is it that God has created in their heart. What is recorded in their heart about all the entire lives. Basically, we help them understand God's work in their lives, because when men understand the work that God has done in their lives, then they start understanding the things that they have to do for the future, and this really start changing things in their lives. It did it for me. So that's why I had to create something that it was kind of simple for men to follow, because for me it was a lot of information that I gathered to try to help myself, right, from a lot of different people. So then I had to come up with something. What was the one thing of every single thing that I did that really helped me at least to find the light, even though I was already walking, I can say, in religion, right? Religion is all these facts that you, of the knowledge that you have about God, that you believe you're pleasing God, but then you prove that you're not pleasing God at all, because you are doing things that you think they're right, not that He's telling you to do. It's very different. So this morning when I'm driving, after praying, after I pray, I meditate, I do a bunch of different things that He helped me to kind of to be able to run through my thoughts and start kind of figuring out which thoughts are God's and which are mine, which are other people's, and things like that, right? So I'm learning how to really listen His voice a little bit more clear, I guess, every day. So you might say, like, oh, He's speaking to the Almighty God, the Creator. Well, He gave us everybody in His Spirit, His Spirit. Everybody calls it the Holy Spirit of God. And that Spirit is speaking to us from within all the time. Now the question is if we're listening. But anyway, so this morning a thought came to me, because I've been like praying, man, and asking for guidance, because I've been doing videos helping people, all these kind of things. But I really want to know, like, what is it that I really have to do with men or the people that are coming? Because yes, I know I'm helping, I know I'm creating this impact, but what's the purpose behind all of that? And the answer came today while I was driving. The answer came is, well, everything that you went through your life, everything, all the pains, all the mistakes, the things that I did, every single thing, it has been for a purpose. It is just to help another man. And he came pretty much to say it is just to help your brother. And your brother is your brother in God, every single man. Yes, I have a brother as well in the flesh. We kind of look like, yeah, I love him very much. But today he came as your brother, but he showed me like every man out there that is suffering, that is in pain, is my brother. That's one thing I learned when I came to Christ, that who are my brother, like, is every man that is willing to listen to God and that is willing to ask for help. And if I'm there to help, I become his brother right there, because I'm able to be Christ for him in that moment. I'm able to be his body on earth. So that's why he says that he is our brother. He is in heaven. And down here, the only thing that is left from him is his spirit, the spirit that guide him. It's not even him, it's the spirit that guide him. And then through the restoration, it became one with him, and it was given to us. So now we call him is the same spirit. And when we allow him to use our body, we become Christ on earth. And then the question is, how can I help a man, right? How can I help a man? How? And I was like, I don't know. I need help myself. And it's through the process that I've been through, the process that I've been walking. So you might want to ask, okay, what process is that? I guess when I was very young, the number one thing that happened to me is that I had to go to AA meetings. In AA meetings, I learned the basic of becoming a man. I was 20 years old when they sent me to AA, right? And the basics of becoming a real man, it is to understand what is it that is going on in you, so you understand yourself a little bit better. And in AA, which is Alcoholic Anonymous, I was sent there by force by a judge. He sent me there for a year, and then I stayed like for 5 or 6, 7 years, something like that. I remember I only got the medal for 5 years, the coin. And through being in AA, I was able to understand something, that there are principles that we need to learn as men. And I'm gonna move right here my computer a little bit because I have to look at those principles. These principles are the 12 steps of AA, right? Let's look at them over here. Let me just pull them up right here. And I'm gonna tell you, wait. The 12 steps of AA are very simple. The first one, it says that, let's see right here. I'm pulling it up right here. I don't know them all. 12 steps right here. It says, we admit we were powerless over alcohol. Now in today's society, we have to put something different. Where it says alcohol, put something else right there. So I admit that I am powerless over this thing. In AA, alcohol is like the biggest sin right there. Oops, what did I do? What did I do? There you go. Sorry, my camera just changed. All right. Okay, so I admit that I am powerless. Powerless over what? You see where I'm at 49. What is it that I'm powerless? I feel powerless right now at conquering. Right? I am a warrior. I'm this man. I have my businesses in the past and this my thing. But I got to the point that I felt powerless, that I feel like I couldn't conquer anymore. And the moment I felt that is when I got into the closet to pray and connect and meditate. So that feeling of not being able to is what brought me deeper seeking to connect with God. So anyway, it says, I admit that I am powerless over what? You can put woman, alcohol, drugs, internet, whatever you want to put. And then it says that our lives have become unmanageable. Basically, because of that one thing, your life has become unmanageable. It could be business. I know people that they always have to be outside doing business. They're never at home. And they feel good because they're saving their family. They're out there because their family deserves for him to be walking out there. And in the meantime, he's just staying away from the family, pretending that he's being a good dad. When in reality, he can handle to stay at home. He cannot handle to stay connected to the wife. He cannot handle to play 2 hours with the kid. So we admit that we were powerless over that thing, that our lives have become unmanageable because of that one thing. The second, it says, I came to believe that a power greater than ourselves will restore our sanity. Our sanity. I go to churches, right? And they have these steps for people that are addicts only. It is a joke. You only see 3 people. All the church, every single one, every single man, it should be there, sitting there. Instead of listening to a sermon, they should be doing these steps right here to truly become a man. And then start learning sermons. And start learning the Bible. This is the basic of becoming a true man. I'm not saying that I'm a true man, right? I know I am. When I see myself, who I was and who I am becoming. I'm still full of fear. I'm still full of doubts, full of a bunch of things. You know why? Because that's in every man. It's in our flesh. I just know it comes from the flesh, so I don't listen because I have my faith. I connect to the Spirit and I listen to his voice. And his voice becomes my truth, not the flesh anymore. And when you don't understand the voice of the spirit, you start believing all this crap from your flesh, and you believe that's you, which is not you. You got the flesh, you got the spirit, two voices. Which one are you agreeing with? You're either a victim of this one or a victor of the spirit. You need to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. If you're watching this video, or you're going to watch it later, you are thinking. You're becoming insane because of the thoughts that are coming to you. They're coming from your flesh. You believe that's why you're thinking. You're insane. But if you learn how to listen to the voice of the spirit, you will understand the other truth. If you don't listen to this truth, you will become this truth because it's a voice in you. And anything that is in you, you believe is you. The third step is, I made a decision to turn my will and my life over to the care of God as I understand him right now. I don't want to bring you to religion. I'm a Christian. I'm a follower. Now I can say I'm a follower. Before I used to say a Christian. Read the Bible, did the praying, did the thing. That was it. And I thought I was right with God. He proved to me how wrong I was. I was just in another religion. Now I became a follower the day I decided to go to the world and help men. That's it. Allowing myself to be a vessel of his spirit to help men. So I made a decision to turn my will, my life over to the care of God as I understand him right now. Not in the future, right now. Because the way that I understand God, when I started in AA, when I was 20, it's not the same way that I understood him when I got to Christ. And I started walking in Christ. And now it's very different than 12 years ago. Very different. I'm still a Christian. I don't do the things that I did before. And I'm not this holy man. No, man. Now I realize that I'm my truth. Now I realize who I am. Now I know the flesh in me, which is evil. And I know the spirit in me, which is amazing. And depending on who I'm agreeing with, is the one that I'm going to become. Very simple. Good and evil is in you. It's all up to you who you're going to decide to become. Now the fourth, I made a research and fearless moral inventory of myself. You know why in AA they teach you that? Because those are the things that are making you drink. Those are the things that are making you do this, that, looking for a woman, running away from your house. The only reason you're feeling like that is because what's going on in your heart. So in AA they tell you, I made a search, a searching in my heart. I'm fearless with no fear of my moral inventory. So you go, you start seeking, and you start writing everything that you do wrong. All your thoughts that came to you, the worst, the ugly, the nastiest, everything about everybody, about you, about wife, kids, whatever. And when you pull it on paper, you're going to be like, what is this? Then you're going to understand that's not you. That's just something that is playing a tape in you. So you pull it out of you. And then it comes the next one. The fifth step. It says, admitting to God and to me and to another human being the exactly nature of my wrong. That's the biggest one of all. That after you did that inventory, you pull out all the nastiest stuff out of you. Now you need to come to God, however you understand it in that moment, and open your heart to him. And be realistic and tell him everything that is in you, everything. If you have a little bit of guilt, you're not understanding the exercise. You need to pull out everything that is out of you, the bad, the darkness, because God wants to show you that you are not that thing. But when you put it on paper, you're going to understand how bad and how nasty it is. And you know that's not you. It is just playing in you, but that's not you. It's playing in you about your wife, about your kids, about others. That's not you. It is just something that it plays in you. That because you listen to that in you and you feel it in you, you think it's you. It is not you. I promise that. And then you admit to God that. And then you admit to other. Then you find another man. Somebody that is worthy of sharing that. Somebody that you think you can trust, but make sure it's someone that is near God, okay? And that is someone that can keep your secret. If you don't have anyone, call an AA meeting, and you just tell them you need to share with someone some truth. They're more than prepared people to listen to your junk. Again, it's junk, not because it's yours, because it's not you. It's not you. It is just the junk that plays in you that wants to make us believe that we are that. We are not that. Admit to God, to ourselves, and to another human being the exact nature of our wrongs. Then the next one is, we are entirely ready to have God remove all these defects of character. So you need to be willing that if after you took this step of sharing with another man, that God is going to start doing something in you. But then again, you need to be surround those men. You need to be surround men that understand that because they already found that in them. So they're the only ones that can help you, not the ones that are trying to pretend. When I was in AA, I was able to meet powerful men. The guys that, yeah, you see businessmen with suits, very money, everything. But when they came to AA, they were just another man, not showing off. And if he was showing off, people will get on top of their little podium and they will start beating crap out of this guy to bring him to his level, remind him that he's not a hot shot because he has money. He's just another man. He's just another man, and you're just another man. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care how much wisdom you have. In the ark, we don't look for that. If you're a doctor, don't expect me to call you a doctor. You're not in the ark a doctor. You're just another man. It already happened, and they know it. The ones that come here, they know it. They have money. They have a gun. I can care less about your money. I was impressed by that when I was little. That doesn't impress me anymore. Number 6, we're entirely ready to have God remove all these defects of character. Why? Because it's only by coming humble to him that he's going to be able to help you. As long as you keep doing the same process, being around the men, confessing your stuff, understanding and being compassionate with others that I'm going to share with you as well. Number 7, humbly ask him to remove our shortcomings. Number 7, humbly ask God to remove our shortcomings. Number 8, make a list of all persons that we have harmed and became willing to make amends to them all. You make a list of all the people that you have hurt in your life. Everyone, get it out of you. Why? Because this is like your YouTube channel inside that is playing, and if you don't pull it out and write it on paper, those videos are going to keep playing and you are going to kill you. All the resentment, all the people that you have hurt, all of that, all those memories are in you. You need to write them down. Number 9, may direct amends to such people whenever possible, except when to do so will injure them and others. If you need to tell the truth or to ask for forgiveness to someone, do it. But make sure that you're going to hurt them. Make sure that it's not going to be worse. I know of people that they have been told to go and tell the wife the truth of things that they have done. Then the marriage is broken. And then they kill the wife because she still had a little hope on them. And when she finds out the truth, that's it. That's the end. That's not the point of the purpose of this inventory. The purpose is to build people and to help them and to understand that whatever you did, it was that thing that it was in you, that you thought it was you, that is not you. That was just your flesh because you didn't listen to your spirit. That's what happened with Abel and Cain in the Bible. It's not that Cain was a bad man. No, it's that Abel had the connection with God and Cain didn't know. And he used to get him real mad that he couldn't do that. So that's why he got rid of his brother. He didn't know what was going on with his brother. But if Cain was listening to that word that Abel was listening, he would have never done that to his brother. It's all about being humble and asking God and allow him to help me and have patience. Have patience. You need to be patient with God. God, it doesn't move at your pace. If you did all the wrongs in a long time, right? So God was patient with you. Now you need to be patient with him. May direct amendments to such people, to all these people, wherever is possible, except when to do so will injure them or others. Again, remember. Number 10, it says, continue to take personal inventory. And we were wrong, promptly admitting it. Why is that? Because once you get all that garbage out, then there is another bunch that is going to be in there that is going to be coming up The Spirit of God is going to bring it to you for you to pull it out and keep cleaning yourself and go, admit it, ask for forgiveness, and keep on going. 11 says, so through prayer and meditation, seek prayer and meditation to improve our conscious contact with God as we understood him, praying only for knowledge on his will for us and the power to carry that out. This is amazing. That's one of the things when I go into the closet to connect with God, he tells me things that he wants me to do. These are things that I don't want to do. These are places I don't want to go. And these are people that I don't even want to see. When I did the ARK, I was full of fear. Who am I going to talk to? There's no way I can help anyone. They're not going to listen to me. These guys in business, how are they going to listen to me? Everything that he told me, I did, including these videos that you're watching right now that I didn't want to do. I was afraid many years ago. What if my family thinks that? What if these guys? What if my friends? What if the Christians? And then in prayer, he showed me. It's either whatever they believe or whatever I'm telling you to do. When you do what God is telling you to do, you overcome yourself. You overcome another human being. And then you start being more loving and compassionate to yourself. Because you know you're overcoming yourself every day. And for that reason, you try to be more compassionate with others. Number 12. Having had our spiritual awakening as the result of the prior steps, we try to carry this message to other people with the same problem, in this case, alcoholics, and to practice these principles in all our affairs, which are all our affairs. Now I understand that is in the body, in the soul, in the spirit, and in my business. In my body, being honest with myself, treating myself correctly, doing exercise because I have to, not because I want to. I don't want to, but I do it every day. In my soul, connecting with my wife, connecting with my kids, connecting with others, serving others. That's how I work with my soul. In my spirit, connecting with God, meditating on God. I also read the Bible. I love to read the Bible. It's amazing the knowledge I get from reading the Bible. That's pretty much where all my knowledge comes from, helping men, not to bring them to a religion, not even to bring them to God, just to be able to help them. And through the process of helping them is that I help them find God, the Spirit of God in them, that is speaking to them already. The ARK is not here to build a religion, a church, to ask for money or anything. Because if you're broken and I'm going to tell you, hey, man, you're broke. How about if you come and we help me build this building and you give me some money? If not, you're going to be condemned. And I can show you in the Bible that it says this. No, the reason why I help men that are broken is because I was broken for many years myself. The reason that I help men in darkness is because I was in darkness many years myself. Yes, and I had my business, I had my things, my house, some investments and things like that. Yeah. In darkness, how can you say you were a Christian? Even being a Christian. In darkness, in a religion. Christ is not a religion. Christ, it is a verb. It is a spirit that is on earth, that it needs a body. And only when you walk on that guidance is that you understand who was it. You understand why he has so much compassion. I'm driving this morning. And I was feeling the pain that men has out there. And the only thing I hear in my heart is you have to help them, Carlos. You guys are my hope. I need bodies to help these men that are suffering out there. That's what I hear in my voice this morning while I'm driving. And I'm like, that's what I've been doing. That's what I've been doing. And then I hear, yeah, but you've been doing it wrong because you're going with so much passion. You're hurting them. You're not helping them. You're condemning them. Remember where you came from. That's what I hear. Remember where you came from. Remember Alcoholic Anonymous, when I took you to Alcoholic Anonymous when you were young, when you were 20. Then remember how I brought you to me and I taught you all my things. And then remember how compassionate I was when you were being the worst to everyone. Remember when I showed you love when you didn't deserve none. And that's when I hear the only thing you were meant to be in this life is to help your brother. Is to help your brother. And if you're watching this video, you're also my brother. The only way that I can help you, the only reason that I can help you is because I know how painful it is and I know how dark it is to try to be a good dad, to be a good husband, to be a good businessman, to be a good guy, and just don't know how. And every time I want to do the right thing, I just end up doing the wrong thing with my wife, with my kids, with everyone. This is all about becoming a warrior, right? But in reality, in me is fear, in me is doubt, in me is worry every day. That's why I need to seek God. If I don't hear his voice, I am nothing. That's just me. I don't know about you. I am nothing. I'm not here to talk to you about God. I'm talking to you about here to talk about you. Because I am you. I am you. Whatever you go through, I'm there, man. And these thoughts that you have in your heart, these lies that you have in your heart that you cannot share with someone else, that's not you. I promise that's not you. If you do those 12 steps from Alcoholic Anonymous, and if you replace instead of alcohol, replace something else. This Monday, we're starting a new boot camp. It's online 30 days. We connect every day for 1 hour from Monday through Friday. And I want to encourage you that if you want to give yourself a chance, do it. It's going to help you. You're going to find things in your heart that are amazing that you have to build before you leave this earth. This is what happened today in today's meeting. The purpose of this is to help people understand what we're talking about, and then to go to their heart and pull out all those things, that beautiful things that are in your heart. But first you have to go to the nasty, to the ugly, and go after that, and then go to the material, and then go after that and find the true you, and find what is it that is pumping in that heart. What is it that is going to help you create? What is it that is going to help you build? And the only thing that can do that is the fountain of water that lives in you. That's the power of Creator. That's the power of God, the Spirit of God that lives in you, that it keeps keeping you alive and is pouring water. He wants to build new things through you, new ideas, new dreams, new things. But because you put your filter, every time you say, "This is who I am," this is what happens, right? You have water coming from you, the power of God flowing from you. But then the moment you put "this is who I am," then you put your filter. Imagine little holes coming out here. So the only way this has to manifest is through those little things that you call "that's me." And unfortunately, when you say that's me, it comes from the flesh. It comes from the bad things that you have done, or you think that who you are, your character. It comes from here. So what he's teaching me is how to get that I am out of the way, so he can truly flow. And when I take the I am out of the way, the Carlos, then I become the I am that he is. He says, I am that I am. That's what he says. So when you take your filter out and you go to serve and help people and you allow him to guide you, that's when you become his servant, his hands. Yes, don't put religion in the middle of this, because otherwise you're going to think I'm like Moses, right? No, none of that stuff. I love the Bible, again. Probably more like the disciples, Christ's disciples. Yes, we're disciples. That's what he came over here to do, just to show you how to help another brother. So again, that's the purpose of the ARK, guys. And I hope this is helping you, because I've been doing this for 4 years, but today my heart was touched to another level. And again, I can only help you through the process that I have walked. I have everything that I dreamed 10 years ago. God gave me everything. And that's when I understood that the only reason that he gave me everything, because he wants me to help him conquer some things on earth. The only thing that he wants to conquer is your heart. So he can help you conquer your spirit, but that you have to do yourself. He wants to conquer your heart so you can conquer your spirit. And you're only going to conquer your spirit by connecting with God. The spirit is going to give you directions, and you have to do whatever the directions are. And these directions are most of the time are against what the things that you will usually do in business, in marriage, in parenthood, in everything. How do you connect to God? How do I connect to God? I go into my closet, I get the door, I turn the lights off, I put this kind of music that you're hearing right now. I'm gonna put it right here on the link, and I stay there. I just talk in my head. I start listening. I talk. And if I need to pray a little bit, I pray a little bit, but I talk. My prayer is not like it used to be, pure religion. If I have to, I pray a little bit. But I'm in there to talk about in business. I'm in there to talk about the ark. I'm in there to talk about my wife. I'm in there to talk about my brother. I'm in there to talk about my family. Everybody. If I hate someone, I'm in there to talk about that hate. If I think a woman is hot, I'm in there to talk about that woman that I think is hot. I talk about everything. I talk about my sin, my bad, my flesh. I bring everything to the table when I talk to God. Everything. I don't care how nasty it is. You know why? His spirit is in me. He knows it's in me already. When I talk to him, things start changing. And then I share it with other people. And then I come to these videos and I'm opening with you. So when I'm opening, I become free because you know my truth. And when you know my truth, nobody can come with lies to me because I'm already talking about all the bad stuff that is in me, the envy, the anger, the hate, the lust, everything. Why is it that I don't do the things that I used to just because I'm able to open and share? And because I don't feel ashamed of all those nasty things that are inside of me that I know those are not me. I know I have a flesh. Even the Apostle Paul said that flesh will kill him because every time he wanted to do something right, he never did it. He always did the opposite. The Apostle Paul. So again, guys, I want to motivate you. Give yourself an opportunity. And after you clean all that, and after you truly find who you truly are inside, everything that you do, it will change. Everything for better. So again, remember that stronger is the man that conquers his spirit than the one that conquers a city. Ciao, guys.